afternoon, Mr. and Mrs. Latino America, and all the Chiva hermanos and Chiva hermanas around the globe. All the mothers and Mr. Chivas, brothers and sisters, welcome to We Got You. We are live, transmitting directly from La Perla Tapatía, home to the most glorious of teams, el Club Deportivo Guadalajara. Bienvenidos todos a We Got You. Joining me today, we have Gaby Silva. Gaby, ¿cómo estás? Hace mucho que no nos vemos.
Long time no see, Robert. Hi, how is everybody? Welcome back to We Go to Live Season 2. Season 2, baby. Thank you so much for joining today. And remember, if you want to interact with us, let us know in the comment section and send a DM through our Facebook Live if you want to be featured on the show. Alfredo, how are you?
Hi, Gaby. Hi, Robert. Hi, Chiva hermanos. I'm doing great. I'm happy to be back. Happy for a new season, season 2 already. Episode 1, a new beginning. Plenty of Chiva talk to mention. The team already in preseason. The girls have had a lot of changes in the roster. Plenty of news. Also, some guys of Cantera Rojiblanca making moves. So excited to be here, and big shout out to all the Chiva hermanos who are watching us.
That's right. Welcome, everybody. We survived. We're back. Maybe they liked us. We have a lot to talk about. Starting off with the preseason, right? This is all about the preseason. We're not going to talk about any smoke. We're not going to talk about any mirrors, This is directly from the GOAT, okay? This is directly from Chivas. So let's talk about the preseason. So what do you guys know about the preseason? What have you heard about the preseason?
So I've heard that the preseason is taking place in Querétaro. So the team was traveling today to Querétaro. Not really sure if they already made it, but they held practice today at Verde Valle. It's probably third day of practice. The team came back on Monday, had some exams, the usual physio-medical exams, and now they're focusing. The Apertura begins in less than 3 weeks. So I've heard that they want to schedule around 3 friendlies, and yeah, preseason is in full swing.
Preseason is upon us. I mean, just like shy 2 weeks ago, we were like so heartbroken. But now we are getting ready. We have a bunch of news and new names, very exciting news, and the future looks bright. We have to be on that mindset. The future looks bright for Chivas Femenil, for Tapatío, for the entire Chivas franchise. So exciting things are coming, and preseason is upon us. So yay.
And it's about time. I was missing it. I'm not over the pain of the final. Yeah, what final? I'm not over the pain yet, but it is true. We need to start looking for the future. I have a question for you guys real quick. Do you think we have a deep enough group of players for the 2 leagues that we're going to be playing in, the 2 tournaments that we're going to be playing in? Are we deep enough? Because we have 2 new incorporations, right? And we will be playing the Leagues Cup, and we will be playing the Liga Mexicano. So what do you guys think? Do we have enough players? Are all the lines ready?
I think we do. One of the things that I've admired the most about this Rebaño squad is the how profound the closet is. How deep the roster is. We have plenty of players for different positions, and one of these days I was kind of remembering Ronaldo Cisneros, and how the false 9 debate came through last season, and I was like, wait, we have Ronaldo. I think we have a lot of profile, a lot of talented players, and no, we haven't really sold anyone. Plus, there's plenty of guys pushing from Cantera. So I think there's enough. I think we have enough.
I think the Cantera will be pushing through, and we saw that too, because we have some information about the 10 canteranos that will be called up or have been called up to the various tournaments, not only for the preseason, but also for representing us in the Nations League. Yeah, with Mexico.
Yes. It's so the canteranos who there's 10 canteranos in total. So 6 of them are traveling with Paunovic for the preseason, and 4 are going to El Salvador to the Central American and Caribbean Games. It's usually under 23. So 4 of them are representing the national team. They're looking for obviously going to look for the gold medal in San Salvador, Central American and Caribbean Games. So yeah, they're having a lot of activity after winning the championship in Campeón de Campeones.
Are you going to those games, Alfredo?
I don't know. I might watch some swimming, or of course some soccer, some football. So hopefully, if we get our players to play a lot, I'll for sure go and root for them.
It's like it's a mini Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
basically, So
yeah,
that's always very interesting to go watch the amateur matches. It's a different kind of vibe, a little bit more friendly, I think, and more familiar.
But at the end,
interesting in that aspect.
A lot of preparation. I mean, there's never going to be enough preparation. If they can go like overseas or whatever it is, they're going to like prepare themselves and play and foguearse, like we say. I think everything, todo suma.
Yeah. So these guys, they're in Europe right now. They played friendly against Spain in Madrid, and they're playing in France the day after tomorrow on Friday, and then they're going to San Salvador. So these guys are goalkeeper Eduardo Garcia, right back Miguel Gomez, center back Diego Campillo, and forward Saido Munoz, which of course is I think these guys deserve to be where they are right now.
Definitely. I think they deserve to be in the first team already.
Yes.
At least on the bench, acquiring some more experience.
I agree.
Let's talk a little bit more about the preseason. Like, I don't know about what's going on in the rest of the world, but in Mexico, it is so hot in Guadalajara. We were
everywhere.
40 grados. ¿Cómo están allá?
Oh my God.
What's the temperature like where you guys are at? You're in Mexico City, right, Gabby?
Right now I'm in Mexico City, and it's like 30-ish, and it's 6 o'clock. So it's insane. But I live in Campeche, or Bikini Bottom, as I try to refer to. And we are over 40, 41 degrees, like at 12, like at noon. It's absolutely insane. But yeah, we're just powering through this crazy heat wave. Hey guys, so let me do just a quick disclaimer. Remember, we go to live, and this is content that Chivas and Chivas TV creates for all our Chiva hermanos that are outside Mexico that speak English, and for the people in general speaking English. And Alfredo, take it away.
And there's plenty of Chiva hermanos in the United States. It's right. 5 million Chiva hermanos. Who else can, what other team in the continent can say that they have 5 million fans in the United States? Absolutely no one.
Exactly. So that is why Chivas, very clever, did this, are making and innovating this kind of content for you and for everybody, really, but especially for people and Chiva hermanos that speak English and that live, most of them, outside Mexico and the USA. But we have Chiva hermanos in Australia, in Brazil, you name it. Chivas is everywhere. So there you go with that.
That's right. That's right. And we have fans.
We're allowed to do a little Spanglish here and there. So
of course,
right?
Go with the Spanglish. I love Spanglish.
Yeah,
sometimes it's the only way to communicate.
Actually, I replied to a Chivas Femenil tweet today in Spanish. So
there's things you can't say in English that you can only say in Spanish, and vice versa. But I have to say that there are more things in Spanish, that you can use, just like and when you're back home. That's how we speak in Spanglish, at home. Everybody, you know, maybe the older people are just stick to Spanish because that's what they know, but everybody else is speaking Spanglish, and it
Look,
flows very nicely.
And everything, like for what I know, like a lot of the comments, like progressively, are starting to be most of them in English. So, like, I just read, like Curtis Williams. Hi, Curtis. Thank you for being
Curtis,
here.
big shout
Curtis
out.
back in the house, my friend.
Big shout out to you for all the way to our Arkansas. So yeah, thank you for being here and always supporting the We Go to Life project. So yes, this is why we are talking, speaking, analyzing, commenting, and having fun in English, because this is an English content from Chivas.
And it's fun to speak in both languages or in mixed languages or whatever language you want. This is a space to unify the Chiva nation. Okay.
Exactly.
Jesus Sanchez also, you know, he is an avid listener. He comes in, says hello. Shout out from Dallas, Texas, all the way in Dallas, in La República de Dallas.
Right? Hey, Curtis, by the way, Curtis, he's always watching. Curtis, if you're listening right now, why don't you send a DM through our Facebook page so you can join us and chat with us live? How about that?
Yes.
What do you guys think?
That'll be fun.
Come
that'll
on,
be fun.
Curtis.
Yeah,
that would be fun.
That'll be fun.
Join us.
And
we're cool.
Big hello to Little Rock, Arkansas. I've heard it's beautiful down there. I've heard there's a lot of nature and really, really beautiful place. Artosis, Los Angeles is the second home of Chivas, of course. Yeah, that's the attitude. That's what I like to hear. And you know, speaking about the preseason, so the team's gonna probably gonna make it to Querétaro pretty soon, and they're staying there until the 23rd of June, which is until next Friday. So it's gonna be 9 days, and the team will have I've heard double sessions. So has had double sessions. So the team is staying until next Friday, and then they're having off next weekend, not this one, but next weekend. And then they're having they want to play. I heard that they want to play 3 friendlies before kicking off Apertura, which is again on the 3rd of July in León. So that's how it's looking. Remember that we have some guys in the national team, the top national team, Alexis Vega, Piojo Alvarado, and Tiva Sepúlveda. They're there with Diego Coca and the rest of the squad. And you know, that's how preseason is looking. No Barra de Navidad this time, but it was Querétaro.
That's why I brought up the concept of the temperature, because usually they would be at the beach, right?
Right.
Enjoying the beach.
The girls are at the beach.
That's right. The ladies are at the beach right now, and they're packing. We could see tons of video how hard they're working out on the beach, putting in the sprints and the runs through the water and the sand. Why do you guys think that they went to Querétaro? Why would you take your lads to Querétaro? What would you be working on there?
So,
in a dry area.
Yeah.
Remember, that's dry air up in Querétaro.
So if it's near Mexico City, it's probably it's a high city. You know, it's a lot of feet above sea level. So you might want to work the physical, you know, like the physical aspect, but without killing them with the temperature.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good way to look at it. That's definitely legit, right? Definitely be working on it in a different way. And perhaps it's something that Baunam hadn't thought about in the previous season. Let's talk now. Let's see what's up with what they're going to try to do there. They have a lot of team building to do.
Yes.
They had those canteranos that you said. Can we talk a little bit more about them? Let's talk a little bit more about those lads, because they're kids compared to me. Of course, I'm really old, but the under 20s. I'm so old. I keep looking at the mirror and I go, "Why? What happened to me?" Okay, Velko took Raúl Martínez, El Sebas Pérez Buquet, Brígido, who he had a magnificent season, Organista, who's coming back again, Mateo Chavez, and Yael Padilla. Let's talk a little bit about these guys. Let's talk about Raul Martinez. What do we know about Raul? Where does he play? What's his position? What does he do?
Raul, yeah. Is he the one of the guys that's going with Pauno? Yeah, he's not coming to
Yes.
he's not
Yes,
coming
he's
to the
with
games.
Pauno. These are the guys that are one with Pauno. He's a
Yeah,
defender.
so he's a defender. He was actually when he was in the youth in the earlier in the process of the cantera, he was formed as a center midfielder. So he's switched his position as he has walked through, and he's 20. He has played 19 games, 89% effectivity rate in passes. He 5 participation in goals, 1 assist, and he's recovered 174 goals, and he's won 54 balls in the box. So he's one of those traditional guys that make those switch either from center midfielder to center back or vice versa.
It's always important to have a defender who can come out with the ball, right? Because we so often see them just kick it away. We need someone with some skills to be able to move it around a bit. And we see that in Chiquete, right? That way he could play in different positions as well. What about Sebastián Pérez Buquet?
Oh my gosh.
Right? Our diamond.
Time. I'm so happy to see Sebas, Organista, and Yael back. Like, it's about time. Like, I know there are certain processes, and Pauno knows his business, of course, but I think Perez Buquet should have been on the first team a while ago. So I'm very happy. I mean, he's probably going to be benched for a little while, but the fact that he's already being considered for preseason and probably to play on the first team, I think that is outstanding. And he's an incredible player.
Yeah, he almost has a sixth sense. When he really gets into the game, you could see that he already knows where the other guy's going to be. That pass effectivity as well is huge, especially there. And he likes to make goals.
Yes.
You know, he tries. He will try. Yes. And that's what we've been sorely needing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
we
a good
really
scorer.
need them to come in. You know, we need to make some goals.
Yeah.
And our midfielders have been the ones who are doing it. Speaking of which, Brígido, did you guys have a chance to see Jesus Brígido in the Liguilla?
Yes. Those
semifinales y finales.
Sorry. Yeah, he's an aggressive player. He plays with soul, you know. He's
special.
Yeah, he's special. He's special
because he's left-footed.
Right.
He's left-footed. He likes to play on the inside. He has a great shot. He's great dribbling. So again, it fits anyone would love to have him. Anyone would love to have him on their team. But the way he takes the decision, he shows leadership qualities. And he's playing behind the lead striker. So he's coming in as a double striker. And people don't expect it. Tiene una pata.
Oh, yeah.
See? De plomo. He kicks that ball so hard and it takes the effect. Magnificent player.
And I think
they're so smart.
Yeah, and I think they're overall smart. Like super smart and fearless. Like they're so young and they're hungry. Like you can see that. Like, and I mean, winning Liga de Expansión is like enough motivation and inspiration for them. And being called up for preseason and probably for the first team, I think it's all about the youth. It's all about that power, and it's all about that el ímpetu que tienen as very young players like that need to prove something. You know what I mean? And that's what I see in Brígido and Sebas Pérez Buquet, Yael Padilla, like that necessity to try to prove themselves and in order to be called to the first team. And I think they're very, very, very close to getting that goal.
I really like how Gerardo Espinosa brought that also to the team in the sense that he allowed them to make decisions, the right decisions, play as a team, but to make decisions. So there was definite leadership quality there that I love to see in these young players, because sometimes many times we could see players who hesitate for a moment. And that one moment in this type of football, this modern football that is just going at such lightning velocity, you really need to make split-second decisions.
Yes.
Split-second decisions. And that's, I think, also what Organista brought into he's, let's say, the most experienced player, right? Alex Organista. He's 23 years old. The guy knows how to play. And he was lent, I think, to San Luis, right? For a period. And I don't know if I've told you this, but my wife is good friends with his mom. And I know Alex since he's a kid, he's loved Chivas from forever, man. He's like, guy is like football. And he's a familia futbolera. And she told me that when he came back from San Luis, that he was so thankful to come back to Chivas. And he realized what it was to wear the red and white. He said it was the same colors, but a different vibe.
Different vibe.
So when he got back, he was like, please, God, let me back in.
Right.
And he was magnificent. He did a great job. Great job.
Yeah, he's very talented, a fantastic switch of rhythm. And he knows how to
too.
Yeah, and he knows how to manage the tempo. He knows when to accelerate, when to make a pass. So very, very smart as well. And then we have Mateo Chavez, the left back. He's really good at pressing, but not only pressing, but pressing forward. So he has that instinct of pressing up high and reading where the ball will rebound, and reading what the opponent is going to move, what is going to do in their wing. He's really good at giving continuity to each play that he intervenes. So he's not only really good at reading the recovery, but also after that recovery of making the right pass, making the right decision. So very, very smart player with and without the ball.
He was Espinosa's go-to off the bench. He loved bringing him in. And you could see a difference in the sense that, again, the push, like you said, towards the offense with the right pass.
Right.
With the right pass. And your favorite, Gabi, you said, Yael Padilla. The young Prince Valiant.
Another fierce one. Yes, exactly. Like that. Like I'm so impressed.
I remember. Didn't he play a couple of matches? He was in the last couple of matches as a change from Pauno.
Yes,
brought him in a couple times. So that says a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And he's the youngest one of them all.
He's the youngest one.
Yeah, he's like 17. Like he's the youngest player in the whole training camp.
17.
Yeah.
I doubt he comes back with hair.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign.
Yeah, and that's Apache love.
So
Apache.
Yeah, and he's already played more than 1,100 minutes.
Wow.
At only 17.
At only 17. That's crazy. So keep those 6 names close to you, because estas son las promesas rojiblancas. And as we've been saying in past shows, la cantera rojiblanca is strong, and it's coming, and it's stronger than ever. Campeones de Liga de Expansión. And very important, exciting things are coming to the Chivas verse. En cuestión de refuerzos. So now to what everybody's been waiting for, refuerzos.
Let's talk about our refuerzos. Real quick, though, I wanted to mention Jose Salazar. Remember, this is the second time he came to the Akron, and then he says, I still can't get over the final.
Oh, no.
I looked for you guys in the stadium, but didn't find y'all. Greetings from San Benito, Texas.
Same.
The stadium was insane.
Yeah.
One day I'll get my act together, because after everything happened, I was thinking I should have asked you guys where you were sitting, And then I could have just walked around the stadium to where you guys were, and we could have started, drinking. I mean,
We were
hanging
numb.
out.
We were completely numb. Like, I remember I just closed my eyes and started crying, and then Alfredo was like over here, and we tried to we tried to talk like what happened, and we were like, I don't know. It's still hard.
Yes,
I'm not over it. I'm not
so
over
thanks for reminding us of that.
Gracias, Jesus.
The only way of getting over those sort of things is by winning, by adding up 3 points, tacking 3 by 3 by 3, and scoring goals.
Mezcal.
Yeah.
Y se viene la 13.
Of course, that's what.
I saw someone burlándose, making fun of like, ay, yo sí creo y creían y que se viene la 13. What's the problem? Why is everybody always trying to watch what we're doing? Hey, that's okay, man. No nos importan sus ondas. Acá, you guys deal with whatever color yellow you're wearing. Yeah.
And speaking about not getting over things, they are not getting over that semifinal.
Sheesh. Yes, I mean, it's not just anyone. They should be honored to have gotten a chiquetazo.
Yeah, they're not getting over that match until they win number 14. So, and that's gonna be a while because they don't even have they don't
even have a coach. Let them worry. Let them worry about getting a new coach.
No one wants to play with them.
On the other hand, it hurts like heck, but somos subcampeones. So yeah, bye. Next. Okay, so refuerzos.
Right. Yeah.
We got two.
Producción está así como de, hey.
Hey, stop complaining. All right. Here we got. Let's talk about our refuerzos. We have Oscar Wiley and Ricardo Marin. Yes.
How it's pronounced? Wale. How do you pronounce that? Because I think that's English. I think it's English, right?
Yes.
It's
English.
It's Oscar Wale.
His dad
Wale.
is British, right?
Yeah.
Wale. Oscar Wale.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't do that very well. Okay. Oscar Alexander Wally Guardado. His mother is 100% Mexican. He was born in Spain on the 29th of March, 1994. Ooh. Yeah. Another person born in March. Wait, you guys... But you guys were like 30th, right? Or is it 29th?
30th.
Here's the 30th. Look at that. Yeah. There you go. His position's goalkeeper. He's played for Real Zaragoza, Huesca, Sporting Gijón, AGF.
Danish Super League. That's a Danish team. Yeah.
I was wondering about those two. OFI.
That's
OFI.
Greek. That's Greek. Yeah.
El Castellón, and recently in Lugo. The guy has experience. If you were able to watch the Chivas TV episode yesterday, he was able to talk to his mom, his dad back in Spain, and with his relatives in Monterrey, who recalled him as a very mischievous young child. That for everyone else who doesn't speak English, mischievous means desmadroso. Que era un desmadroso, el muchacho, travieso. And they remembered it for him, and that they used to compare him to Luis Miguel.
What?
Yeah.
Yes, Luis Miguel.
There's kind of an air.
There were pictures yesterday. You should have seen it. And if you see the pictures, era Luismi.
I'm sorry. And I was like, what?
Luismi.
I can see that. I could see it. I mean,
let me see.
You gotta find the pictures. You gotta find them. They're probably
I'm gonna look them up.
Yeah, look at them. They're in Chivas. They're in Chivas TV. Check them out. And what I really loved was when he was able to talk to his mom. His mom was saying, I was so proud of you.
Yeah.
And his tías were like, don't worry, we got your back here. Ya no somos Tigres, ya no somos Monterrey, todo Chivas desde acá.
Todo Chivas.
She's from Monterrey.
Yeah.
he started getting choked up, and I could see like
Yes.
his throat,
Yes.
and he was holding back the tears. What do you guys think? Do you think Wally knows what it is that he's gotten himself into? Do you know what he's gotten himself into? Because no es para todos venir a Chivas. What do you guys think?
I think that he's well aware of the greatness of the club. That's the most important, the most important and the most special aspect of his feeling towards Chivas right now. And also, remember that he's, according to the Chivas statutes, he is Mexican because his mother is Mexican.
Yes.
He was born in Spain. His dad is from Great Britain, but his Mexican family from his mom's side. And as Robert said, he remembers Mexico fondly. He's been here before, and I think that he's gonna find out as the matches go by how special this club is.
I think he has an idea.
Of course, yeah.
Like it's all over social media, and I'm pretty sure like his account blew like overnight. I'm pretty sure of that. And I think the fact of knowing that there are millions of Tiva Hermanos, not only in Mexico, so all around the world, like that has to be a little bit overwhelming for him. But at the same time, that should be like enough to encourage himself to try to be the best version of himself for these teams. So I am so excited for him, and I was going to say exactly that. He got like emotional. You could hear it in his voice, like it started cracking. And I mean, that's what you want when you see players coming to your team. You want to see them being fully committed, and I see that in him specifically because he started to like his voice started like and he was so excited. He was so excited.
Yeah, he knows where he's coming to. He definitely knows what's going on. He has the experience. He has the height, is something that I really like. He's good with his feet. I'm excited for him too. I think he's going to do a great job.
Yeah.
We're all hoping and pulling for him to do the great job that we know that he can do. And plus, he's coming from Spain, viene recomendado.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Viene recomendado, right? And Hierro is not going to bring just whomever to Chivas.
Exactly. And so, at least there's nobody saying that he doesn't know Mexican football like that, like they were saying with Pauno last season. But if you make it to the final, I guess they won't say that.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's and he's played in really good football, in really good leagues. The Spanish second division is a really, really competitive league, and even though he's played at a really high footballing level, he hasn't been in such a great club as Chivas is. So that's going to be a good challenge for him. Besides the footballing challenge, of course, an emotional challenge, because if you play for Chivas, you not only gotta be good, but you also gotta be able to manage your emotions very well. So it's gonna.
Yes.
I'm excited to see him. Yeah.
Hi guys, so please interact with us in the chat section. Remember, we are on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So please send us your messages. What do you think about refuerzos? And if you want to be featured on the show, do you want to chat with us about football, about Chivas, refuerzos, or whatever it is you want to talk about? Please send a DM to our Facebook page at Chivas Official's Facebook page, so you can be here chatting with us live.
Yeah, no le saquen. No le saquen. Come on, man.
Come on.
Yeah,
let's talk.
We were just gonna start to talk about the other signing about.
That's right.
Yeah, Ricardo Marin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit more about him. What do you know about him?
So he's a forward. He's usually he plays in the attacking line. He's usually a center forward or second forward from supportive as the main number 9. He was very excited during his presentation. Like he had all the motivation in the world to serve Chivas, to score for Chivas. He said that he came here to demonstrate his value and that he's gonna give it all for the red and white. and he's played in Celaya, so really a top team from the second division. We're excited about their guys coming from Tapatio. Celaya also is one of the top teams from Liga Expansión. He's scored 40 goals in professional Mexican football. He's had 11 seasons. He's played in professional Mexican football for 11 seasons, and he's also had stints with America, Necaxa, and Mazatlan. So really good move for the attack.
I was able to watch him during the Liguillas for the silver division, and I like the way he plays. He's sneaky.
Yeah,
he's a sneaky guy, man. Don't see him coming, and he will all of a sudden be right there in front of the defender, trying to force the ball into the net. I liked it. I think he was a little starstruck. Yeah,
right.
Yes.
Yeah,
you could see it, and it started to sink in. Then the next day he's training. So one day you're there and you're checking your meds, seeing if you're fit for playing, and they've been talking about, hey, you're going to get signed with Chivas, and then the next moment, you're doing an interview with Fer Jacardi on Chivas TV.
That's
People
what I'm
are
saying.
Starting to follow you, like you said.
Yes.
Right.
It has to be overwhelming at some point, but like that good overwhelming feel, you know what I mean? Like obviously, like Alfredo said, one of the greatest teams in Latin America and the greatest in Mexico. So it has to be at some point like, wow, like what is this? No, mediaticamente and everything surrounding the team, press, and all the staff and the players and everybody. Like you said, he signed one day, and the other one you could already see pictures of him training with the team. So it's moving so fast, and I'm really hopeful that he can adapt quickly to everything that is coming his way, for sure.
Yes, he looked. You know what I perceived in him. I perceived that he's willing to serve. He's willing to serve the team. He's willing to be a companion. Teammates. Yeah. He had. I saw fighting spirit in the guy.
Definitely, and to play with Celaya is a very competitive team.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if you guys saw the finals, the semis were para sacar chispas. And there was even an argument at the end. It was insane. But they play at a very high level.
Yeah.
Of football.
And Celaya, I think Celaya finished the regular season first. And then of course Tapatio finished second and became champions and campeón de campeones. But yeah, they really good level.
A question to you guys: would you expect? And this goes out for everybody who's out there.
For everyone.
To everyone out in the chat. Do you guys think we should expect more players to come into the redil, into the flock? Where do we need some? And don't forget, we got some eggs forever in the flock.
Right.
See? Eggs forever. Yeah. So what do you guys think about these two things? So first, do we need anyone else? Do we need anyone else in the team? I know everyone's going to say, yeah, but I'm just saying, let's see who you guys think and who we think, and we could talk about it a little bit. And el de los huevotes.
The golden eggs. Yeah.
The golden eggs, el de los huevos de oro, acaba de renovar, yeah.
3 more years.
3 more years of pollo.
Yes, Pollo Briseño staying until 2026. Big news. He was. I saw what he said after signing the contract, and he was very grateful to the project. To the board, to the sporting director, to the coaching staff. That he was grateful to the fact that people want him here, and that includes the fans.
And he actually said that his dream is to retire in Chivas.
Yes.
So, I mean, for now we have a 3-year extent in his contract, but let's just wait and see. But what he did in Liguilla and towards the final, semifinal, and final was outstanding. And como decimos acá, tuvo un segundo aire. And I think that only it made him stronger and more motivated. Sorry, for being in the team and add more to the team and just straighten that defense that was already really good. But when the minutes he was in and Pauno trusted him, it was incredible.
Yes.
3 more years of heart, 3 more years of passion.
Pollito.
El pollito, definitely. You know what? I don't know what you guys think, but I think there was a before and after the incident with Dos Santos back years ago. Because when Pollo got back and started playing with Chivas, he was very aggressive, very headstrong, very determined in the way
Se le
he was
calienta la
playing.
cabeza.
Yes, a little bit too much at times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I think we saw a rebirth of that Pollo. Yeah, but sans the violence. There was a little bit of you go, Pollo, slow down, man. Don't, espérame. There were a couple of moments of that, but it was all good. He played so well. And in one of the games, I remember he was playing with a yellow card since the first half, and he was still the leader. He was still on top of the ball. I love the way he defended. And that's what kind of defenders, that kind of defending combo, I thought was really, really good with Pollo and Gil, because Gil plays a certain part in that defending pair. Mm-hmm. And Pollo plays the other part. It's like good guy, bad guy. But Pollo presses and Gil picks up the pieces, He's just like, see, you got by him. Oh, wait a minute. He completes the sweep, And they push him down. I think that's what we were seeing. And then combined with Chiquete and combining with Mozo, I can't say enough, I still have great things to say about the team. Like we come back to that point, the heartbreak, the this, the that. But I see a solid team, and Pollo is part of that backbone. So hopefully we will see him more on the pitch. He deserves it too. He deserves to be back.
Yes.
There. Yes. We need to see him there.
He said that when he leaves, he wants to have silverware. So he's staying for the silverware. Yeah.
Hopefully,
of course. And there was regarding if we need more guys, at this time of the summer transfer window, which is mid-June, I usually like to say the summer is long. That's everything I'm going to say.
Interesting.
The summer is long, but do we need, I would say that the project needs more time. At the end of the day, the team has, because, and here I'm excluding the Liguilla matches. Like the team has only, this project under Paunovic has only played 17 regular season matches. And I'm only talking about regular season matches because, in Liguilla, other aspects come through, like emotional aspects. And I'm speaking about strictly footballing aspects. And it's only 17 games under Paunovic, 17 official games. So, in Europe, that's only half a season. And you gotta give him more time. And as Robert said, we have a lot of great things to say about the team. And I think that by giving them time, we're gonna have even greater things to say about the team.
And timings, talking about timing is really a different way of looking at the timing. The way that time is looked at in Europe. Sorry, I got a little. I was trying to organize my thoughts. The way the timing is looked at in Europe and looked at here is much different. For example, I'm just going to say, most DTs do not get multi-annual contracts. They get contracts that are working on objectives. They're getting contracts that are working on certain profiles that the team has and must be respected. It's much different. So time is of the essence. And I think that Pauno has understood that. And he has brought that. Like I said, I can see that he has fallen in love with the Chiva concept, man. He's in love with it. He just like just like before, we had that with our brave Argentinian captain, captain. He also fell in love with Chivas. And who cannot, why wouldn't you fall in love with a concept like this? It's like falling in love with the country, with the people.
Yes.
It's that deep, It's that deep.
Yes,
But anyway, that's just me.
Yeah. I think he's
Let's talk about.
Yeah.
Go for it.
No, I think I just said that as many of us who've been to Chivas in Mexico, in general, he's experienced kindness. It's about the kindness, and I perceive the same thing that you do, Robert. That he feels he's falling in love with Chivas, or he has already fallen in love with Chivas.
It's something magical once you get involved with everything that Chivas has. It is just a hurricane. It's a hurricane of emotion. Like you said, the stadium, we were all one voice. Even after we lost, it was one Chiva Hermandad. It was magnificent. And that's what this is about. Okay? That's what this is about. Let's talk about Chivas Femenil. What's going on in Manzanillo? Qué agusticidad.
Qué agusticidad.
Put my little foots into the Pacific Ocean.
So they're at the beach.
They are at the beach. If you guys have been following us on social media, you will see that they are putting in hard work, my friends. They are already doing weights in the morning, a little breakfast. They're out on the beach. They're running. They're pushing themselves to the max because también el tiempo se acaba.
Yes.
El tiempo se acaba for everyone. This is a very short break, my friends. This summer break is almost nothing. Okay, so who do we have? What's going on with las chicas?
So we have refuerzos too. I'm sorry. We have refuerzos too for Chivas Femenil, and it's super exciting. We have Monse Hernandez, Wendy Toledo, Alessandra Ramirez, and Daniela Delgado. Again, very, very excited to see what they can bring to the team for Daniela and Wendy. We've talked about this before. I think that the goalkeeping situation was getting a little tense. Celeste has been injured for a while, and Blanca Felix, even though she is a legend and I love her to death, but she has her ups and downs, and recently in Liguilla, and it's a complicated situation. And I really think Wendy Toledo can bring something very interesting to the table to Chivas Femenil. She's very young as well. She comes from Toluca. We already seen what she can do, and I'm very excited about that position in particular.
Definitely so, and we saw it, yes. And Blanca is fierce, man. She will defend those posts like a beast, la cancerbera. She's not going to let anything in. But you know what? She's been playing with us a long time. Y los años pasan, my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Y si no tienes descanso, if you're not able to rest up properly, we start seeing things that we were seeing in Blanca, who we know that she's so. Once that Blanca's within the three posts, nothing is going to get past her. And we just saw it, it was just tired. She was just tired. And she didn't have Celeste. Celeste had, and who's on her comeback, right? She's getting ready. She's looking good. But we did need a third dependable goalie,
And
not to
Carol,
say the other wasn't, but she's just quite young as well, So
yeah, important. I remember Carol Contreras left. So I think it was really much. It was very much needed, that position. And Wendy Toledo, she has been on my lookout for a while, and I remember she's very good. She's fearless, and she's tall, and she can bring, I think, something very interesting to that position. And she looked very excited as well. And that's what you want to see, that kind of commitment and excitement to be joining Chivas Femenil.
Yes. You know what
I talk about. Mm-hmm.
You know what I find pretty interesting about this transfer window for Chivas Femenil is that we've gotten players with who are young. They're young, but they do have experience, and they have different sorts of experiences. Because, for example, Daniela Delgado, she played the Under-20 World Cup in Costa Rica last year. Then you have Montserrat Hernandez, who has a little bit more experience in the league, and she's already won 2 championships and been to 3 finals. And she knows the tastes of winning the league, of being Mexican champions. And then you have Alessandra Ramirez, who comes from the United States, who comes from professional women's football in the United States, which is huge, like one of the best countries for women's football in the world. And she's also have some NCAA college experience. So it's a wide range of different experiences. So even though they're young players, so it's gonna be interesting to see them with the red and white.
Sergio Podcast says, do you think that Blanca Felix has completed her season's arc? And it would be good to look for a generational change there? What do you guys think about that? Generational change. Blanca is, y será, y siempre será Blanca Felix, you know. Es una persona confiable. We can depend on her. I think it was just the time, you know. It was just, she was every game. She was every match. And if you guys recall, Pato was alternating them.
Yes.
One match, yes. One match, no. 2 yes, 2 no. So you could see there has to be that balance. The same reason why Wally is here with us is to have that, you know. It's not just Miguel Jimenez, you know, great goalie, but it starts to add up, you know.
Yeah.
It starts to add up. Todos los que trabajamos, o los que tienen trabajo, everyone who has a job knows it gets on your nerves at some point, and you need a moment just to kick it. So do we need a generational change? It could be time for generational change, but we know that goalies last longer. Look at Buffon. Yes. Look at all these goalies who lasted well into their 40s, you know, playing top level football.
Plus, we do have that generational change in Celeste Espino. Like, I think that she, like, once she recovers, like, she's gonna be a great goalkeeper. Like, she's a one of the top goalkeepers in the country. So don't worry about that. And yeah, we have more than enough talent on goal in the rest of the team.
Yeah, and that is what was I going to say, that the natural generational change for Blanca is Celeste. But unfortunately, right now she's injured, and we definitely need to secure that spot. And again, I think Wendy is going to do a great job. But Blanca is Blanca, as Robert said, and she's a legend, and she will forever be an icon for Chivas. But I think it's tiring at some times, and yeah, we need to have that situation where we can rotate, like Pato did at one point when the second championship. Remember that they half tournament it was Blanca and the other half was Celeste, and everything worked out perfectly. And yeah, I think Blanca is extraordinary, and she has incredible moments. But sometimes we're human, and sometimes we can have mistakes. And it's natural just to have another option in consideration, you know.
And we need to start looking at, younger players, maybe not so much as saying as a generational change, but we do need to have people who are coming in and renovating the lines, you know, new blood.
Yeah.
Like the defenders, Valentina de la Mora and Angeline Barrera, who are from there are 2 youth players who are coming in to try themselves out with the first team. So it's just natural. It's just natural. Yeah. And you know what I'm really happy about? Es que tenemos jugadores. We actually have players to bring up from the youth division. That's what's incredible. Look at all these other teams. Some are debuting people, but look at us. We got 10 guys from Varonil. Last year we had 3 to 5 young ladies debuting. And then now we have another 2 young ladies with the first squad in Manzanillo. Es magnifico. I'm so happy to see it. And I feel like it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And also remember that we have other players who need rest. We have people who need rest, who need to recharge their batteries, who were carrying the team on their backs basically
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
all last season, And we
Mm-hmm.
started to see it. Primero cayó Licha, se cansó. She had a lot of stuff going on, both on and on the pitch. Boom, se lesionó. And then we start seeing all of our other players starting to, slowly, fall to the wayside. And I see it like a teacher, because once we started on vacation, everybody's like, ya me dio gripa, ya tengo, ya. Everybody else starts falling ill. So we have to also look at this as this is their job, right? This is their job. It's
First
something
and
that
foremost.
goes on with them.
Exactly.
And it brings with it all of those job pressures, all of those job pressures. So I don't know. People have their own ways of looking at it. I think it's great. I think Pato has done a great job with these young ladies, and they're going to come back stronger. They needed a break. Y qué agusticidad desde Manzanillo.
They're gonna come back stronger. I think that this team is coming renewed. They've had 5 players off, 4 players in, and if you add some other players such as, for example, Carla Martinez that came in last tournament, so she already had a semester. She is going for the next one. And Pato, like he in 3 tournaments that he's been with Chivas, he's never dropped the 4th place. He's made it to semifinal twice, already won a championship. So I have so much trust in this team. Like it's unbelievable how much trust I have that they're gonna at least finish 4th with a great punctuation this season. Last tournament, even though they finished 4th, they were 1 match day away from finishing the 1st place. And it's
4.
Yeah.
And pushing and look at, just to take this into perspective, right now they're in Manzanillo. They're going to cut their visit to Manzanillo short because they have a friendly match. That's what I heard, right?
Yes.
Gabi, have you heard anything about that?
Yes. They have a friendly against El Tri Femenil, the Mexican national team, on June 21st. That's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
That's going to be exciting.
Yeah, so they're cutting short their stance at Manzanillo, and they're traveling to Mexico City for that friendly.
Because you learn more playing against your counterparts, definitely.
And funny story, Caro Jaramillo is playing for the Mexican national team in that game. So that's going to be interesting to see.
I see. That's going to be good.
Gotta master your dark side.
She's going to be like,
we might see evil Caro. The evil Caro.
Probably.
Against her. Yeah, because she knows them. And because they're like sisters, against your brothers or your sisters, we tend to play a little bit more with more enthusiasm.
Yes. And she's gotta say, girls, you better keep on training because you gotta give the level.
Exactly. Like you know me. You need to stop me. Right?
Right.
Right. Oh no, what time it is, Robert?
I know, I was just about to say, it is time for us to go, my friends. We have 30 seconds, though, to say our goodbyes. We love you all. We missed you. The truth is, ya me estaba comiendo las uñas. I didn't know what to do with myself. Because I really enjoy this moment. I wish we could do this more often, not just once a week. Because it is fun to speak to everyone. I see a lot of crazy little comments over there in the chats. Yeah, some, you know who. The haters, but a lot of lovers too. A lot of lovers. Sergio podcast. We had Curtis, we had Jesus. Guys, thank you so much for joining us and sharing your Chiva love.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining, everybody.
Have a beautiful evening, everyone.
Season 2.
Next week.
Yeah.
Stay safe.
Stay safe.
See you soon.
Big shout out to everyone, especially everyone outside Mexico, all the Chivermanos outside Mexico. Big shout out to all of you, and can't wait for kicking off the tournament.
See you soon.